So, could you tell me a bit more about why are indigenous people and specifically indigenous women important for achieving FAO's goal, in particular reducing rural poverty and also natural resource management?
Women, whether indigenous or not, are fundamental for FAO's mandate. In the case of indigenous women, they are even more important because they are the carriers of traditions, they are the carriers of spirituality, they are the carriers of the backbone of the society. They maintain the families, but they are also the keepers of the seeds. So for example, when you speak about the indigenous food systems, you're talking about the women knowledge. The women are the ones that know which herbs to collect in the forest. They know how to prepare them. They are very often linked also to anything that has to do with the health system of the indigenous communities. And they are really, again, the keepers of the dresses, of the culture, of the traditions. So any work that we do has to have indigenous women as the central block of everything we do. We do a number of things. We work with the International Federation of Indigenous Women, and we partner with them to adapt the system that they have. They have a global school of leadership for indigenous women from all over the world, and we brought that to the national level. And we did the first phase of these national schools of leadership for indigenous women that we did it in Peru, we did it in Bolivia, we did it in India and the Philippines. Now we are preparing the second phase of this training, and we are shocked to see women that are from the communities, living in isolated areas, that when you expose them to advocacy tools, you expose them to food security, you teach them how to use a computer, all of a sudden you see the leader that they have inside, how it comes out, and how they are become true leaders in their communities. It's through this work that we are having a direct incidence in the communities of indigenous peoples. And indigenous women suffer the triple burden and the triple discrimination. First, because they are women, second, because they are poor, and third, because they are indigenous. So everything we do, indigenous women is at the top of the list.